Hi, everybody. Robin here at Toadstool Tarot. Having a great day. Got big plans, lots of fun things to do. Going to a concert in the park. Then I'm going back again to the Romy and Michelle's afternoon tea dance at Club Cumming in the East Village. It should be fun. Then I'm going to spend the night at my partner's place, and he's cooking some kind of stir-fry dinner. I don't know what. We'll watch a movie probably. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the rest of the day. So let's get it rolling, and then I can get out of here and move on. I want to say hi to everybody. Let's see. I'm actually, let's see. Marilyn, hello, and welcome. Marilyn's Tarot Take, first one in today. And Simon, if you can stick around a little while, I won't keep you the whole hour, but I have some special things for you, my fellow RWS nerd. So I don't know how you're going to feel about this, but I think you'd like sort of all variations, derived or homages to Pixie's art. So I got two for you. Hello, Red Wing and Saskia Handley. And Wandering Mountain Bardic Path. Hey, Jamie. Good morning. And I might be running into Jen and Elle later today too. So I don't know. If I do, Simon, I'll say hello for you. So what I got for you, actually, do any of you know Kippy's Quest channel? It's kind of fun. Anyway, he showed a tarot a week or two ago, and I thought, oh, that's really cute. Do I need it? No. Do I want it? Yes. Just to add to my RWS collection. And it is the 8-bit fantasy tarot. Have any of you heard of this before? It's a dinky little box. It's really thick. It's like a jewel box, kind of, with a lift-off lid, almost like a ring box. And it's so cute. And I had to have it. I think, I can't remember if I got it on Etsy or where. I think he has the link on his, just look up, just do Google 8-bit fantasy tarot, and you should be able to find it. I think it was about $29, which seems kind of high for what it is. But now some of you, if you know what 8-bit is, yeah, Simon just discovered him just as he's moving away from tarot. If you dig into his older things, though, he does like animated impressions of each of the cards and explains them, and it's quite entertaining. It's sort of kind of part cartoon, part school, you know. Oh, hello, Apex. Welcome. So anyway, I saw these on his channel, and they follow the Rider-Waite-Smith system. And I'm really not that big on 8-bit art. I mean, if you recall back in the early days of computer games, a lot of the graphics were 8-bit, and you'll know what I mean when I show you one of the cards. This deck comes with 2 extra cards, and I think they might be extra majors, but I'm not sure. They're not. Are they numbered? Not really. Well, one of them is the Dreamland, which is a mermaid. No, I won't be using these in my readings, and this is the back. So you can kind of see that pixelated style. That's what the 8-bit stuff is all about. So that's one of them. And then the other one is the Lost Land. And this is a gal riding I don't know what that is, an elk, a deer. something. Fairy, I guess. Anyway, I won't be using those because they're not really Pixies art. They're not part of this. There's a little card here that has like follow us and shows you like where to follow them. And the cards, it's good card stock, you know, it's sturdy, small. The same issue I have with a lot of little decks like this, and like the I hope I don't drop this. It'll be 52 pickup. Mildred Payne's Pocket Oracle is when it gets really thick like that, it's really hard to shuffle, even overhand, I think. But I think this will be okay. It feels like it glides pretty well. I'm not going to mess with it too much now because I don't want to get the cards out of order. But I just show you the size of the cards in comparison to an average card. So they're small. They're about like half the size and 2/3 as wide as a regular tarot card. And they're square. You know, how many square format tarot decks do you have? I don't think there's that many. But I got it because I love Pixie's art. I love the cuteness of this. And I was thinking about it in terms of, not that we use Grand Tableau for tarot, but I thought, oh, this could be really nice laid out like tiles in a Grand Tableau for readings. And I know Simon has little tarot tiles of Pixie's art, which are probably near the same size, maybe a little narrower. They're formatted more to tarot card format. I found out about Kippy's quest from one interview of Lon Milo Duquette. He said that learning tarot through humor in this times is the best way to approach his clown world. You know. So let's start a walkthrough. Here's the Fool. Simon, let me know if you need to add this to I know it's a little bit of a stretch, but I mean, it's so, you know, it's in that kind of same humor as, what's the Thai company that you get from all the time, Simon? You'll pop it in the chat. I can't think of the name. You know, they do really cute tarot. And I just thought this was so sweet. And this will look really cool, kind of laid out in little spreads. Actually, while I'm doing this, I'm going to do a side-by-side. The other deck is an older deck, and it's out of print. You can find it on eBay if you look. Oh, you have an 8-bit tarot. Is it the same one, or is it a different one? Destiny. Yes, thank you. This one's out of print. The Ator Tarot. It is still available, but they've reformatted it. And I found out about this one through Robert Farah's channel, Tea and Tarot, which is also kind of fun to watch. And some company has reprinted this, but they've reformatted it too. So these cards have a nice kind of sort of chubby size to them. They're a little shorter and a little wider than regular tarot, and I think the new ones are more tarot size, but they also took the labels off and shoved them down the bottom and made it bigger. So they reformatted the whole thing, and it just doesn't look the same. This has a really nice kind of quality to it. Had it about 5 years ago, so I'll have to check. Okay. So this, again, you know, based on Pixie's art. These are not from her drawings, but they're, you know, use them as a model to redraw, represent her work, you know, and really in a fun way. So the Ator Tarot, I think his name is Robin Ator, and I think he also did the tarot deck that has like universal symbols, You know, like when you get the men's room, women's room, kind of modern outline of a male, female figure, that kind of thing. He did a whole tarot deck like that. I used to have it. I actually passed it on. It wasn't using it much, but I do like this. It's got a whimsical quality about it. Like I love how the eyes are just kind of like not completely on the face. They're kind of floating above it. But anyway, so let's see, how can I do this? I want to like that. I should have, yeah. Oh, I never can do this when I'm doing a side by side and holding them up, and they're different sizes. I never seem to get them in the right distance and proportion to see them both properly. Now you can see the little 8-bit one's a little more authentic to Pixie than the Ator one. I mean, the magician's not bald in her version, but you know, it's got all the same symbols and elements. And I just find these, if you're one of those people that really doesn't like Pixie's art specifically, but you like all the symbolism, it's all here. And it's just, you know, maybe it's more approachable for you or easier for you than the original ones. The labels are nice and clear, easy to read, as small as it is. They're large and easy to make out. I just thought this was so cute. One of these days, folks, one of these days, I'm going to figure out how to use my camera, my phone, and set it up so I can do overhead shots more clearly. Now, I did do some time ago some overhead walkthroughs, and they were very sharp, but the problem is my phone kept shutting itself off, and I had trouble getting through a whole walkthrough. So I stopped using it and went back to just holding them up for you. And I know it's not as sharp. But I think there's a way for me to just use the phone as a camera without recording. And maybe that'll work and it won't shut itself off or give me problems. Hey, Kristen Louise. What's the MTS? Kristen Louise. I can't remember what the you changed. Did you change your title again? Oh, 9 Worlds Tarot, Kristen Louise. I don't know what the MTS is. The Lovers. I was watching a participatory spread last night with Kristen Louise and Scott. Is it Scorpio Moon Tarot or something? I can't remember the name of his channel. They did a collaboration together. It was really fun. And Scott had a version of the RWS that I can't remember the name of, but it was like bold colors and more like flat areas. Maybe Kristen remembers the name of the deck he used. But since we're talking about variants of Rider-Waite-Smith imagery, that's another one. Hi, Tarot Ignited. Hello, Rolf. Hello, Madame Maru. Masters in Theological Studies. Oh, okay. I don't remember the name of it. You know. Well, actually, you can pop over and check out on her channel the live that they did, and you can see the one that he showed. I think Simon might have it, but I can't remember the name of it. It was kind of bright, bold, flat colors, not shading really of Pixie's art. Look at the Hermit, so cute. Now, I don't know. I wonder if you do readings for people with whimsical decks like this, do they take your readings seriously? Or is it, not as heavy to do readings like this? Maybe it's better to have a little bit of humor. No, it wasn't the Neon Pam. Scorpio Sun Tarot is Scott's channel. Marilyn likes both decks a lot. Now, I haven't used the Ator much since I've gotten it, but I do like it. I'm glad I have it in my collection. One of these days I will do I think Simon has done it, like every RWS deck he has, that is ones inspired by Pixie's art or variants of it. And these two will be in there probably. I mean, some will be using her line work and others will be using it as a sort of a jumping off point. Now, sometimes the 8-bit gets a little bit crude in terms of, I mean, this death card is it's a little overly pixelated for me, but, this is so disorienting. Do I zoom in? Do I zoom out? Do I go left or right? When you do everything in reverse on a camera, it's just like, I still haven't mastered that. Tarot Ignited. Hello, if I didn't say so before. Hi, Timmy. They look sweet, but don't play fair. I don't know what you mean by that. They don't play fair. The cute ones often hit below the belt. Beware. Huh. They are for entertainment purposes. Nice big wings on that angel. So, Simon, if you find it, I'm curious as to whether this is the deck you already had. I don't think it's new, but I don't remember seeing it before. And I think I would have remembered seeing you do a walkthrough of it. The Tower. After this, everybody be sure to go check out CC&C with Simon at the Hermit's Cave. I will have to watch it later because I have to run to the bank, get a snack, catch the crosstown bus to my concert in the park. Oh, I think Simon went to partake of Pride in Nottingham today. So I'm surprised he's here. We had it about a month ago. And I usually kind of steer clear because I'm not good with crowds. Socially, I don't handle crowds very well. But my favorite cafe is next door, and I did kind of go hang out there and just kind of people watch out the window as crowds went by. And this year, I was surprised to see more women than I've ever seen. I mean, I don't know if it's just my neighborhood or if it was a greater participation in the march this year. The lesbian presence was larger, but lots of lesbians of color were in my neighborhood that day. And I thought, oh, this is kind of different. The sun. Struggling, folks. Simon posted a vlog of the Pride event. Oh, was that today? Because I haven't looked yet. I will. Judgment. Can't remember what I paid for the Ator Tarot being out of print. I have a feeling it was about $80 because it was out of print. I marched in solidarity with the trans community. Nice. I think I've only marched with the parade, marched with the group once before, and I don't have the patience for it because it's such a long march. And moves so slowly with the traffic that I had a protest umbrella, a huge black umbrella, and I put a protest message around it in circle and masking tape. And my statement was, don't judge my life by your sex life. Simple as that. And it collapsed. I rode the subway uptown. It started at, I think, Central Park, and then made our way down to the Village. And I had that to also shield me from the sun, because it's a really, really sunny march, and you can get easily sunburned marching in the Pride March. And then got down to the Village, and that was it. Oh, but I started off, I don't even remember which group I started with, but I was with a friend, and we just kind of like wove through the groups. We didn't stay with each group as it was moving slowly, so we could make our way through the parade at our own pace. That worked better for me, but I've only done that once. It's kind of a long route and takes a lot of energy. Now, I don't know how big the one in Nottingham is or how long the route is. Here's my significator, 3 of Wands. This coloring looks more like, makes me think of the Albano weight or something. I don't remember what the coloring is in that, but my mom led the Pride Parade one year, eons ago, of course. Oh, nice, Kristen. I hadn't even been paying attention if I got my suits matching up between the two decks. Luckily, I do. Somebody shriek out if I get it wrong as I'm babbling away, as I'm holding up cards. If there's any you need me to linger on or see closer, let me know. Oh, this is a quite the 8-bit in the 8-bit in the 8 of Wands is really, good Lord, look at that. And that's a lot of energy there. I have to have some guests on Saturday soon. So if anybody wants to be a guest for an interview or to do some readings or card comparisons or analysis or whatever, let me know. Hello, Golden. Now, I might have something to show next week, but it's a little redundant, except people that watch my channel don't always watch Simon's and vice versa. He showed Olivia Rose's Mermaid's Purse Oracle. And I don't generally buy oracles. I'm not really into oracles, and I'm not sure how I feel about the key words in that deck. But I actually think that the artwork was on a par, if not even better, than her super quality mass market deck, the Mind's Eye Tarot. If you haven't seen that, it really is a quality piece of work for a collection, and quite beautiful. I think early on I sort of criticized it because I felt like it was female centric. I couldn't find any males in the deck, or maybe one or two. And then she very sweetly, but she reacted or responded to that and said that there are quite a few males, but it's very androgynous, their looks in the deck. So, and it's another deck that I rarely use, but art-wise, it's a treasure to have. It really is a beautiful deck. And I'm kind of anxious to get my hands on the Oracle and share that maybe next week. Ace of Cups. We're on track. Two of Cups. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have shown these side by side, but they both kind of have that cute, comical feel to it. And I thought it might be fun to show this kind of a variant approach to Pixie's art. Now, I did have a Destiny deck, and I think I passed that along too. The issue I had with that was they're almost childlike cartoon figures, but the childlike females that were nude in it had fully developed breasts. And I kind of had, it just kind of didn't sit right with me. I know they were cartoons, but still they were like diminutive figures with full breasts that looked like children. And it's like, this kind of creeped me out a little bit. Oh, he went to get the 8-bit tarot. Sent you a couple of pictures. Oh, thanks. Is it the same one, Simon? Can you tell? 8-bit fantasy tarot. Or is it a different one? It's from 2009. Oh, yours aren't square. Oh, interesting. So it's not the same one. Well, I won't be present for your thing live today, Simon, but if you feel up to it and want to flash a card or two from that, I will watch it back later and check it out. If not, that's okay. You said you sent me an image or two. I don't know if these read as well as I hope on the camera. My camera is, kind of soft focus, but I think it's okay when I put the cards up really close. It feels fairly sharp. Now, this deck in general is not real sharp because of that pixelization, but it's not a blurry deck. It's just the nature of 8-bit art. I mean, of course, the line work in this is much sharper. Blue Roses and Lilies back. On yours. Okay. Yeah, this isn't. This just has a sunflower on the back. Interesting. Well, I'll be curious to look at it. there's something about this format that I think is cuter than if it's a regular tarot size and format. That the regular size might be easier to work with, but this almost seems like a toy product or something you like a deck you'd get out of a gumball machine in Japan or something. Oh, speaking of gumball machine, where did I put it? This actually also came with some miniature stickers of some of the 8-bit cards, which is fun. And some of the language on here looks to be Chinese, Japanese, I'm not sure. 8-bit fantasy tarot. I'm not sure who the credit goes to in this. And here's another pack of little stickers. Now these don't look like the 8-bit images, so I don't know. I'm not sure what these stickers are, but they were just little bonuses in with the deck. Yours is by Indigo Kelly. This one doesn't say on the box. Oh, well, on the follow us card, it's in Chinese. I'm assuming, I don't know if this is Chinese. The characters look Chinese to me. By looks like Marvoli Magic. And that's the only credit I see. There's no guidebook or anything. I think it would be hard to make a guidebook this small, but I guess could be done. And, you know, who needs a guidebook for the Rider-Waite Smith? If it follows the imagery, you can buy a million different guidebooks. I don't know if Jamie is still here, but Jamie and Gerald had at least one, if not two, interviews with Olivia Rose on Gerald's channel. So if you're interested in that, you should dig back through his archive at Tarot Stash and meet her and listen to what she had to say and what kind of questions they posed for her. Simon's is RWS, but quite different to mine. Okay. Simon, do you have a walkthrough of it on your channel? Because I will dig back. Problem with Simon's channel is almost as hard for me to wade through as Make Playing Cards, because there's so many hundreds of walkthroughs on there, and some of them are not their own walkthrough labeled. Some of them are part of CC&C Saturdays where he shared them, and then it doesn't always say in the title which deck, and so they can be really hard to find if that was the case when they were shared. Simon, you need a secretary to go back and tag the titles of the decks you shared in the lives, the Saturday lives, so people can find those walkthroughs. I have over 900 walkthrough videos. Yeah. And when I go looking I'm scrolling for days, you know, and just kind of like looking at the titles and glancing at the thumbnail to see if it's a card that I recognize. So sometimes I even scroll past and miss them. But mine's getting to be kind of the same way. I don't know how many I have. Of these two, you guys, which one do you prefer, the Ator or the 8-bit? Which one appeals to you more? Now, I'm not keen on the back design on this one. I never liked that blue, even on the Rider-Waite Smith deck, the blue. I've kind of gotten used to it, this thing. Originally, I hated it, and now it's not so bad. But I think there's a blue roses and lilies too, which I'm just not. This is actually more handsome, I think, the blue coloring than the blue on the roses and lilies design back. Ator. You guys like the Ator better. Oh, bye, Kristen. Yeah, the Ator really has charm. Simon, do you have the Ator Tarot? I'm trying to figure out if I were to, how I would go about it if I could get Simon to come on and do a Saturday live guest, because he has to prepare for his own show and duck out near the end. I don't know if you'd be willing, Simon, to come on, having done prep work earlier, and just duck out 10 or 15 minutes early, and then I'll just round off the show. But I'd love to have you on for a dialogue. King of Swords. I guess I got my suits in the right sequence. And now the Pentacles. Well, Ator was not very good at drawing hands. We can see that, but not next week through, though, as I'm interviewing. Oh, you're in. Cool. All right. Well, we'll do it in a few. Maybe you'll come on for my birthday weekend, September 8th. That's a few weeks off. You can celebrate my birthday with me. Or thereabouts. Sometime in August we could do. Ator, the 8-bit appeals to me in its idea, but the card size is really small. Yeah, I know what you mean. Tarot Ignited. Oh, welcome, by the way. Yeah, I don't do very well with small decks. Although, I have been really enjoying, if I can find it in the bottom of my bag, I carry this 40, 50-pound shoulder bag when I go to the cafe, and I have usually 4 or 5 tarot decks in here that I take with me to read from, and I actually recently have taken one out. I also want to have Kelly Bear come guest on my channel, but I know she has health issues that make it really difficult for her energy, so I don't know. Also, it's kind of hard to get in touch with her, so I don't know if she'd be up for it. But actually, it'd be fun to have Simon and Kelly Bear together. Oh, there's too much stuff in my bag. I can't find it. Let's see. There it is. It's a little pouch from Peggy Papez. What I did was I took the Radiant Rider weight in a tin, and I took the borders off. I had white borders. I like it better without the borders, and I rarely trim decks. But I trimmed this one, and I think it looks really good, borderless. And it's a nice size, actually. It's not a whole lot bigger than this. And it's smaller than the tin size that it originally was. But it's and it's kind of bright and cheery. The colors are bright and cheery. So it's sort of a fun deck to read with, because when I lay out a spread on a cafe table, it doesn't take up as much space. And I really do like the coloring. Some of the characters' faces that have been redrawn are not as good expressions as her art, but you know, all the imagery and symbolism is there. But yeah, it worked out pretty well for a home trimmed deck, which I did with scissors. I don't trust the I'm better about being slow and careful with scissors than I would be with a guillotine. If you have a guillotine and you slip on one card, you've ruined the whole deck, and I just don't trust that. I don't own a guillotine. But I also rarely, I haven't modded a deck in ages. This was one of the few, and this one turned out halfway decent. Can't do September 6th as I'm on a trip. Let's discuss over Messenger. Okay. Yeah, well, now that I think about it, I'm celebrating my birthday that day anyway, so I won't. Gee, will I even have a live that day? I might do a pre-recorded one or something. Or I might do a live and then rush off to celebrate. I don't know. I haven't really thought that much about it. Speaking of pride, today I'm wearing my Dusty Springfield shirt. A girl called Dusty. She was a famed and well-loved and well-missed lesbian. And I don't know how many people know that or knew that. One of the biggest tragedies lost to me in music around early 2000s. So talented. I don't know if there's anything she did that I didn't love. And I'm excited to go to the tea dance today, because we went last week and it was really a friendly crowd. It's a Club Cumming, you know, the Alan Cummings little neighborhood bar. And they have this DJ for these tea dances that takes requests. I don't know if you've all seen the Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion movie, but in that one they claim to have invented Post-its. So the only thing that this tea dance really has to do with that movie, except Alan Cumming was in the movie, but what they do is on all the tables in the bar, they have little Post-it pads and markers, and you can put song requests on them and post them on the door next to the restroom, and the DJ somehow can read them, see them, and he will play your requests. So I love it. Yes, in private. Yes, that's going to be one of my requests today, for him to play in private to dance to. And they have 2 mirrored balls in there, so I love it. I actually wanted to go there because I was thinking about throwing a dance party birthday celebration for myself in September, and I'm a super major Bananarama fan. And I thought, I want to go to a dance club that plays Bananarama that I can dance to. But everybody's saying, oh, you'll never get that. It's too specialized. Not enough people like Bananarama to want to listen to nothing but Bananarama. And I thought, well, maybe if I rented out my own little club. And this one does rent out, so it's like the right size. And then I thought, over the years, so many of my friends have drifted away. If I could invite everybody on that I know through Tarot Tube, would be fantastic. But I can't afford to fly you all in or put you up. But I don't have enough living connected friends anymore that would show up, attend a birthday party for me. So I think I have maybe 4, 6 friends or something. That's a little intimate and doesn't exactly fill a club, and don't really want to open it to strangers. However, I would be willing to do a collaborative theme night with the club, maybe if they advertised on Facebook or to a Bananarama fan group to have a Bananarama night, then that would be enough for me. I could go and enjoy it and celebrate and be with like-minded fans and just really dance the night away and have a great time. All right, we're almost done. Bananarama dance party sounds fabulous. Nothing so strange. Simon loves Dusty too. Yes, we had a few gay people in music in the 60s. Along with Dusty, there was Leslie Gore and Lou Christie. I don't know if you knew that. There's a pretty solid trio right there of 60s pop music stars. Yeah. All right. Well, that is the 8-bit Fantasy Tarot. And it's really cute. I think I will probably try to find a bag to put it in, because if I just toss this into my shoulder bag, it's a 2-part box, and I'm really kind of afraid, even though it's snug or firm, I'm afraid in my bag with jostling, the top will come off and the little cards will go everywhere and might get bent. So if it's in a drawstring bag, it should keep it, pretty secure, I think. So I'll try that at the cafe for a few readings. You now have Robert De Niro's waiting earworming. Well, Simon, if you're listening to them, listen to the later stuff, because the early stuff is very 80s pop. The later stuff is much more disco dance oriented stuff, and starting with the Stock Aitken Waterman stuff in the mid 80s on up. And since then, there's a lot of stuff there. So Simon's bailing out. Is 10 to 2. And I will bail out too, so I can get to the bank and the grocery and the crosstown bus and enjoy my jazz trio in the park on a beautiful day. It's a little cooler than yesterday, still hot for me. I think it's about 85. So I hope I am not too miserable. We're going to be there at 3, and then at 4, we're headed over to this dance party down the street at Club Cumming. And really looking forward to the rest of the day. I hope you all have fun plans out and about in the weather, whatever your weather is like where you are. Well, it's sunny, but a little overcast. So we'll see. Bye, everybody, and have a great week. And I'll see you next week. So long. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming by, hanging out, chatting.